you have a friend, relative, or stalker who's close to the end? Is a toxic family member you hate about to kick the bucket? Then consider allowing them to spend the rest of their days under the care of Rising Suns Hospice, a premier end-of-care life facility with franchises all over the world. And Rising Suns isn't just any ordinary hospice. We specialize in a certain type of clientele, those that society have deemed too problematic, either because of a troubled past, anger issues, or felony assaults on their record. At Rising Suns, we give even the most hardened murderers the best of care. After all, everyone should have the chance to pass from this world while nurturing their inner demons in peace. But don't just take it from us. Here's what people are saying about Rising Suns in your neighborhood.
When Daddy was in federal prison for killing that cop, I never got to see him. But since he moved to Rising Suns, I get to visit all the time.
Just because my husband is a violent maniac doesn't mean he shouldn't die in comfort. Thanks, Rising Suns.
So what are you waiting for? Call or schedule your free tour today. Because at Rising Suns Hospice, you'll be dying to get in.
Rising Suns Hospice, where the sun never sets on the darkness inside of you.
Rising Suns Hospice is not liable for any demons or demonic entities that might emerge from your body as a result of your stay. All residents should sleep with one eye open. Do not smile, laugh, or have any thoughts of happiness or joy while staying at Rising Suns. Premature termination of life is pretty much guaranteed. Even a tour may end in death.
That's right, kids. We have a sponsor. Rising Sun Hospice is sponsoring us this night. It's a beautiful end-of-life facility that hopefully you guys will get to know in the next coming weeks. It's a beautiful place if, your loved one has committed some sort of crime, heinous or not, that you need to, help them pass over because these things happen. So we'll learn more about that as we go. But tonight, I have some of the greatest creators on Kickstarter hang out with me. We're going to talk about their projects. We're going to talk about what they're doing. If you are here, make sure you leave a comment. I want to make sure I see you guys. I see that Kyle Willis is in the house. Hi, Kyle. Kyle has a brand new Kickstarter coming to the platform very, very soon. His first Kickstarter in the comics category. But we have a whole bunch of people, and a lot of people who haven't been on this program in a bit, which is cool. We have Carissa. She has a great Kickstarter right now, Worthy Chaos, that's on. Kyle's like, what's shaking? So hopefully you guys can back some of these projects, show some love, and help me get to bed early. Thanks. So without further ado, let's bring on some of my esteemed guests. We have David A. Byrne. How are you, good sir?
I'm wonderful. How are you today?
Good. You helped get the sponsorship for Rising Sun Hospice. I appreciate that.
You could put it that way.
I appreciate your efforts in helping. It's great that we got a sponsor. Big money, when you get sponsors for these YouTube programs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Way to start strong. That's true. That's true.
It's honestly all uphill from here.
That's all. But let's see who else we got here. We got some other cool people. We got CJ Hudson in the house. How are you, good sir?
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. You've got some good stuff going on. You're representing your crew.
Yeah. Really repping the 3-in-1 Kickstarter right now. We only have 4 days left, and we need just under $1,000. I thought we were pretty screwed, but actually we've had a little bit of a comeback the last couple days. So nice rally. So we'll see what happens. I've seen bigger deficits and stuffs get funded. So yeah, I'm hopeful.
Good. Every time I see David's face, I got reoccurring. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we have a newcomer to the indie scene, but he has one of the most beautiful Kickstarters that I have seen in a long ass time. We're going to go over it in just a little bit. Sean Wood is in the house. How are you, good sir?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good. And you're running a little short too, right? From funding, where you at?
So I need about $750 in 9 days.
All right.
So
We'll see what we can do to help bridge that gap for this good-looking book. We'll talk about that. We've got the only guy who's on Kickstarter more than I am, Rob Maltari. How are you, Rob Maltari?
I don't know. That's definitely up for contest.
Well, if printers would stop messing your stuff, you'd be off.
Dude, I know. Like, I'm up the third round on this one. I'm like, are you serious? How do you have the same issue twice?
I am sorry. It's actually made me debate whether or not I will be using them this time around. And even if I am going to use them, there will be an email. Hey, I've seen a lot of complaints lately. Where are we at with that?
Right? Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, this time, I mean, the printer has said that they are definitely going to try for 3. Hopefully, it's not a third strike. Right. hopefully, it's a charm.
Right. Maybe they should open the books before they send them out this time.
I mean, that's what they say they were doing, but I don't know. When they come to me, they're still sticking together like some kid was looking at nerdy magazines.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they shouldn't hire people for $5 an hour. That
probably would be an issue. Yeah, I'm sure that might.
Oh, hello, James. By the way, I need someone who's on the YouTube. There's got to be. Let's see if people are watching from YouTube. No, just Facebook. Interesting. Okay. All right. We've got Benjamin Morris in the house. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're a little on the wire here on this one, right? Too as well.
I am. Yeah, we have a little over $700 we need to reach our goal in 10 hours. So long way to go and a short time to get there. Right. But had a great day today. Had a great day yesterday. So I feel like we have a puncher's chance.
All right, let's see what we can do. I mean, it's one of my favorite titles. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. We've got Matt Knowles in the house. How are you, Matt?
What's going on, everybody? What is up?
So Matt, I got some beef with you.
What is the beef you got with me?
I always have beef with you. Most of it you're not aware of, but I'll tell you this one. When you guys do a launch, you guys you normally have like a big night party with a live, and where is it? Where is this?
We did it
that you normally have.
We did it. We had it. It was on one day. It was right before your show.
Oh,
there just must have just been the algorithm or whatever. So it was absolutely there. I'll even, when we're done, I will even share the link with you so you can have proof that it actually happened.
All right, fair enough. So what you're saying is, I was too hyper focused on my shit that I didn't care about your shit. That's what you're saying.
I'm going to let you say that.
The FB was hiding it.
Yeah, it did happen. It did happen for sure.
All right. Well, then I guess our beef is squashed. Congratulations.
that beef. I don't know about all these other ones that you say I don't even know about, but at least this one is.
It's actually just these other pages in the notebook. It's fine.
You got to start with one, so I'm glad that it's one less.
Right. Yeah, we can rip that one out. And we've got this jive turkey, Chris Curtis, on. How are you?
Hey, man, we still got beef.
Yeah, because you can't put a fucking hat on a character. But what are you talking about?
How? I'm the writer, you idiot.
Yeah, write a hat. You write descriptions.
Damn it, where's the Bag Brothers when you need them?
Right. So let me tell you a story here. These guys have John Darling, and I was doing something to finish up Neverland. John Darling is the one with the hat. He's the only Darling that really has anything characteristically that you would know him apart from the others. Like, really, if you age him. I know one has a blank, a bear, all that. But and I don't know how it got past me, but I looked at it and I said, hey, there's no hat in these 8 pages. And here is what these people do. The first guy is Devin, who wrote the first part of the story. Devin goes, I expected Chris to do it. Chris, of course, jumps on and goes, the artists are clearly dumb. They didn't put the hat on. The artist comes on, who happens to be the colorist, goes, my brother forgot to put the hat. So they literally just pass the buck as far down as they could. But what's your beef since I have legit beef? What do you got?
You don't have no real beef with me.
I need that hat.
You were upset because I didn't know what a Cthulhu was. So I worried more about that than the hat.
Well, worry about the hat.
Okay, next time I'll do a hat story for you.
Yes, every character in all your stories from now on need to have a hat, please. Thank you.
Cthulhu invades Hatland.
There you go.
So tonight we have all these wonderful creators on the platform. We're going to do some really cool stuff. If you're on YouTube, can you leave a comment? I just want to make sure our YouTube is working. I appreciate that. Always checking everything out. But we're going to go over stuff. If you are just joining us, we need your links to get everything together here. I need to mute for 1 second for a private thing. Hold on.
He muted just a fart.
No, I needed to talk to my wife for a second.
He was finding out what Heather has wrong with Matt right now. She's got beef.
Hey, you got beef with me? Come on, man. Heather was like, I would like to add something to the beef with Matt list. So we just added that real quick. We just got that added. So
that page just got back in there.
That's all taken care of. So let's start out and get everybody's stuff. Oh, we've got our guys. Thank you on YouTube, letting us know that they are there. Make sure in the private chat you send me that link. But we're going to go over everyone's Kickstarter. We're going to try to raise them some money tonight. We're going to get all that going. All right. So first things first, let's talk about David. So I'm going to go over the rules just in case you guys, a lot of you guys haven't been here in a while. So what we do is a quick pitch. We're not going to go over every detail of your campaign. You can tell one cool thing, but we're not going to go over every pledge level and all that shenanigans. That's not what I do. I don't care. I don't think the backers care that much. If they care, they'll shop, right? They're here to buy your stuff. You get the quick pitch of the story, go over a cover or two. I'll go over the campaign. I'm going to write some numbers down on this piece of paper. I'm going to ask the Kickstarter community at large if they will back, and that's all we're going to do. It's all going to be copacetic. We're going to try to get everybody 1 or 2 backers tonight, help you get a little closer to your goal. So we're going to start out with David, which, by the way, guys, if you're on this program, please thank David, because I don't like to do things when I'm not live because, it's not as fun for me when I'm not, my numbers aren't going up. But David is a friend and said, hey, can I get one of those? So thank David, guys.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
David's one of those few people who has that pull. When David asks, it's not, hey, can I be on? It's, hey, when are you going to do this?
So yeah, what time are we going live, Travis?
Right. It's just a different thing. All right, so let's start with David's Canceled. I'm happy to see that Canceled is back. Tell us about it, brother.
So this is a sequel to the Canceled one-shot that came out in the direct market about a year ago, and it features the digital clown Larry, who basically helps convince people who have been wronged to take revenge through electronic devices. And in this one, it takes place in 1999 on the brink of Y2K. And our main character, Samaya, who you can see in the pages right now, is being teased by people at work. And Larry steps in and offers ways for her to take revenge.
And I mean, you've got the who's of like artists here, right? We got Ben Temple-Smith starting us out. We've got Alan Qua, Ingrid Gale, and this is my favorite cover, Jimbo's, who I don't know at all, but love this cover.
Yeah, I think I told you to use him for something.
Yeah, we talked about it. I did not because I don't listen to good advice apparently because I should have done it. This cover is great, and the black and white, in my opinion, is even better.
Yeah, we use that for the ash can, which you can also get on the campaign.
Nice. Nice.
Yep, we have the usual suspects, the trade, virgin, foil, and metal.
Yeah, one of the cool things that he does is when you order, you can pick all these things, the versions. You can pick what cover you get and how he does it. It's kind of neat.
Yep, and as of about half an hour ago, we added an Oranga Devis Arendra cover.
Ooh, let's see that at the top here. Look at that.
Ooh, I love the negative space covers, and Oranga gets a good following with those. So hopefully some people like it and they join.
It's got a little fro. All right, so we have funded, which is great. We got Canceled up here. We got $5,250 currently with 125 backers. Let's try to get you to 127. And let's try to get you to 5,300. Let's see if we can pull that off.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Which shouldn't even be that hard because I saw you just sent that email out. So like all these Oranga fans should be coming on. I may not even have to work hard for yours. But we'll see. So Canceled 2. So that's what we're going to try to do. I'm going to share that link out to everybody. Anybody have any questions for David as I share the link out? Cool. Glad you guys all stepped up at once there. That was
Good talk.
Good talk. y'all grew really interested in this project. That's great. Thank you, Matt, for sending me the link to the live so I can watch the facilities.
Just so that way, like I said, that way I'm not making up nonsense on the show.
I'll say that one.
That's right.
All right. Next up, we have got, let's see. We're not going in order because I'm going to go in order of the back here so I can find it. So next we're going to go to Sean. We're going to skip to Sean here. So Sean is a brand new creator, just on the scene. And guys, Rob, Ben, Matt, David, even CJ been around the scene. Actually, hold on, pause for a second. CJ, I was looking for a review for Broke Down and 4 Dead Bodies to add to the back of the book. And I found out that Interstellar Dust and Broke Down were reviewed on one of the same shows from Comic Chat Authority.
Oh,
was the best reviewer in the business.
Oh, I didn't know. Did he say nice things about my book?
I'll find the link so you can look at it. But
okay,
yeah, he did. So that was interesting.
That's crazy. Right on. Yeah, send me that link. I'm interested. I didn't know there was any advanced reviews out there. That's cool.
This is from the original debut from whatever it was called, the 2-in-1 from Antarctica.
Oh, from Off-World. Okay. Yeah. Right on. Yeah.
So
very cool.
But all right, so back to Sean. Sean, tell us about this project. And guys, look at how this guy has been taking notes.
Trying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is basically in the present. There's a catastrophic event, and shortly after, the main character Hunter is running. He runs into some fog and somehow ends up in the future. Doesn't know how he got there, and this is what's happened after the catastrophic events and how things have changed in the world. There's an overlord that is taking over that area. Everyone's walled off, and there's rebels in the mix, and the rebels find him, and the journey goes on from there.
Nice, that's nice. I mean, you guys who've just seen this for the first time, like, isn't this a good-looking Kickstarter for the first time out?
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
The best.
Great art, great everything, really good. Are you a Tyler James guy? I think you are, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm a Tyler James guy. I don't know if anybody else is, but I am. So,
of course.
So, all right, let's write down your numbers here. Anybody got any questions for Mr. Sean here about his book?
Sean, you said it's your first campaign. Is there anything that you would do different that you did for this campaign when you do your second campaign?
Well, now I know more about how the Kickstarter page works. That definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. That was really the biggest thing, because now I have a team in place and everybody wants to keep on going with the book. So that was the hardest part, and that should be easy moving forward. So
page looks really good, man. Really clean for a first timer. That looks really good.
Appreciate it.
This is really good. So I have you at 1753 at 52 backers. Let's try to get you to 54 at 1800. Let's see if we can.
I already got one backer.
Yeah, just went up.
Guys, you can't back while I'm doing the thing because it messes up my thing, and then I have to get more numbers. Don't do it while I do my thing.
My bad.
No take backsies.
No take back. Sean is taking it. Let's see if we have any comments real quick. I haven't checked our comments in a minute. No, we don't have any comments. Let me share this out. Share the love.
But Sean, I've noticed that one. That's a great looking book. It just really slick production, great logo, great art. It looks really great.
Yeah, it took about a month just trying to find the artist, just making sure I had the exact look that it needed that I felt, and then just moved on from there.
Only a month. I feel like it took me years.
And your guy, because he draws wolves so much, every time he doesn't draw a wolf, I forget how good he is. Because you get, wolf, cool. And then he's like, here's a monster. Oh, shit, look at that.
Well, that's why his cover for the last one for issue 7 was like, he had to, of course, put the wolves on the side. I'm like, well, they're not supposed to be, whatever. But I was like, I want vampires this time. Come
on. All right. So next up, our boys. Did we find out if I backed yet, Benjamin?
I emailed them right as soon as you had messaged me, but I have not heard back yet.
We'll
Let me
just
check one more
try to
time.
back it. We'll see what happens.
I know they're a few hours behind me here, but no.
It can't hurt. It can't hurt
Answer
for
that
us.
is I have not heard back yet.
Well, we'll try again. Can't hurt, right? All right.
Couldn't hurt. No.
This is a company called Zoop. Some people have heard of it. Tell us. It's like Kickstarter. Does everything Kickstarter does. And you can trust it because I have gotten stuff from it every time from every creator that I've backed on Zoop. That is one of the positive things of Zoop. It has a 100% track record for me. So tell us about it, Ben.
Yeah, Zoop's a great company to work with. They basically handle the campaign and the fulfillment, getting quotes, all that stuff, which is great for somebody like me because I write the book, pencil the book, ink the book, color the book, letter the book, send it to press. So it was a great help to me. But about the book itself, it's a sci-fi action story. So as a long galactic civil war is ending, the once celebrated hero, Captain August, finds himself at the center of an intergalactic controversy. When he's running out of time and options, he accepts a dangerous mission to a decaying planet and finds that the war he thought was over is not at all done with. It's an action-packed sci-fi thriller that kind of mixes the nostalgia of the 80s cartoons that everybody likes, your Transformers or He-Man, in a really modern contemporary style. And this is the collection of 1 through 4, which came out through Red 5 to the direct market last year. But it has a lot of extra stuff. It has a 13-page prequel that was from a few different pitches I'd worked on through the years that still actually works in the continuity of the story. And it has a ton of extra artwork as an art book section from about a decade worth of developing this story. So there's the story, there's a lot of extras, there's a cover gallery, there's a look at some of his future adventures, and there's, of course, a lot of extra artwork that's not in any published version. That's just like concept art, different looks at characters, different story things. So it's a really fun. I'm really glad to get this version of it out there because it includes the story, but also just all the other work I did. Just kind of shaping up this story and trying to get it together.
All right. Well, we're gonna put it down here. We're gonna put August down. Mm-hmm. I always get confused with your book because it changes titles all the time. It's a Scarlet Twilight. It's all these things. So I always get confused. But August is the main title, right?
August is the character's name. So basically, every story, this story is called August Purgatory Underground. The next one is going to be called August Terminus Mechanica, and basically every story is August, and then the title of the story.
Like John Carter, etc.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Yeah.
Well, let's try to get you two backers.
It's basically. Yeah, we could use it. Like I said, we're closing in on the end of the campaign here. It's been a really tough month, but we've had a great last couple of days. And like I've said a few times, I'm really, this is the book I put everything into. This is the character that, We Are Scarlet Twilight matters a lot to me. My other books matter a lot. This is the one I really, really put everything into. And, so it's really important to me we get to get this book out there and build up this character because I've got a lot more planned for him.
All right, let's see what we can do. Like I say, you got the PDF, and then you just do hardcovers. So it's 45 hardcovers. All right, let's see if we can what we can do.
What you're scrolling past there is. I'm sorry. What?
I said let's see what we could do here. It's a little hard because I don't do a lot of Zoop stuff, as you know, but we'll see if we can do it. Yep. So I know you got a lot of original art here, huh? Ben, you there?
I am, yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought you were trying to say something, so I wanted to make sure before I cut you off.
No, there was a little bit of a jump there, so I was trying to be quiet and not talk over you. I wasn't sure if it was lag. But it's like I said, if you're this is the book I really kind of put everything that inspired me as a kid. I loved Star Wars, I loved He-Man, I loved the Transformers. This is all that stuff mixed together and kind of want to get people excited about this character because I have tons more stories planned for him, like in development and laid out. So
right. You're breaking up periodically, so you're talking.
Pretty excited to get this one out there.
For some reason, Ben, you're cutting off randomly. So you're talking. We get the gist of everything, but it cuts off randomly. That's everyone's hearing that, right? Not just me. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
But we've got it. We've got it shared out. We'll keep talking about it.
Check my
I've got
here,
the link.
Sure.
What's up?
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh no, sure. Sorry about that. I think I'm lagging a little bit here, so I'm hopefully not talking over you as I come back in.
All right, we got you, Ben. We're gonna move on to the hardest books on Kickstarter to fund because Rob likes challenges apparently.
I apparently like to torture myself.
So, kids book.
Yeah,
10 grand. Bold move. Let's go.
Trying something a little different this time. Everybody complains that there's not enough books out there for kids, right? So, I thought, hey, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring on this one. So this is the Wolfpack Pups. It's basically a Muppet Baby-Eyes version of my characters Nightwolf and Snowpaw. And it's about these grade school werewolf pups who get to go trick-or-treating because, everybody's wearing costumes. So they figured they could go out without scaring anybody. And then they run into some of their monster grade school classmates causing trouble because they're jealous of the pups' strong friendship. So trouble ensues and Nightwolf gets turned into a voodoo doll plush toy.
Right. All right. So you got and these plushies, you did a campaign for them earlier, right? These are the same plushies, but have those been delivered? Everything's
yes,
good on
the plushies are here and have been sent out to pretty much everybody on that campaign. The people who backed the issue 7 one, obviously still waiting for their issue 7 books to get printed.
Get their books.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I love the style. I love this Megan. Oh, and she's local to your area too.
She is. Yeah, I actually met her at my first Comic-Con ever.
Nice.
Steel City Con. So she was across the row from me, and ever since then we've been friends. And I've commissioned her to do personal commissions for my daughter's room, as well as she's done a pinup for the trade paperback that you have your short story in. Nice. And that's kind of where the voodoo doll came from, was that pinup. And so, of course, since she's the one who designed the plushie, and I had to kind of, go back to her and say, hey, listen, your style is perfect for a kid's book. Let's do it.
I wonder if you're the first person to ever have a signed book plate for a kid's book.
I'm pretty sure Tyler has them for Cthulhu.
Okay, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
You would know. But yeah. Awesome. That's wild. I'm excited about this. Great time to do it during the spooky months. You're running it. So how long is this campaign? I know you just launched on Tuesday, right?
Yesterday. So it's we got 20 more days to go. So plenty of time on the clock.
Okay. Right, let's put the wolf pack down. We're at 53 backers and 1,300.
Travis, I wonder if you felt the same way I did when you saw Rob getting ready to do this campaign. Did you have that twinge of, oh, here comes another one into the fraternity of how hard is it going to be to fund a kid's book or an all ages book on Kickstarter? And
right. Welcome to the club, good sir.
Welcome to the club. The complete opposite of the easy way to fund stuff.
It just in all those people who are like, oh, how come you have such busty girls on your covers? I'm like, because it's an easy sell.
Right, sure.
Yeah, this I knew this was going to be a challenge going into it, so it was like, I was very aware of what was going on here, but I very strongly believe in this one. I think it's a great story. It teaches a moral to kids, basically, to not be jealous if your best friend has other friends, and so I think it's a good book and it has great art.
Nice. Well, I'm excited about it. We'll see. So I got you down at 1,378, 53 backers. Let's try to get your 1,390 with 55. Just because it's a kid's book, that's why I put the numbers a little lower. Not because I don't love you and don't believe in you. Just
Fair enough.
I know the platform.
I know. Yeah.
All right, let's get this shared out and then get on to the next one. See, we got some people coming in saying hi. We got Joey saying, "Look at this awesome group." Myself and comics, I still have to process my order from there. Hopefully, that is. I think that's talking about the Zoop, so that's good. So we'll see what's up. Hopefully, that means good things happening over in Ben's world. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. Who's next on our list? Matt Knowles. You are next. I am not going to try to say this because I know I'm going to say it wrong. But you can
just
say
think about it. Like, so it's I Am Keto. This is it's an origin story for one of the characters that comes from Heirs of Isildur. It's takes that into the fictional Far East. We say it's like Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur meets Mad Max. It's a full one shot. It's going to be about 80 pages when it's all done. Just got some of the best art that I've ever seen from our artist back today. Definitely one of those pages we want to be able to share, but we can't because it's an incredible spoiler. So yeah, if we shared it out, we'd be thwarting the whole story. There's a lyric video that's on there, which is a brand new metal song. If you guys don't know, I'm a metal musician, and we have the metal theme song lyric video that actually helps to explain what's going on in the story. Keto is a member of the Yamaran Empire, an empire that is surrounded by mountains that have covered in this purple orchids that have magical powers. People don't know why. They don't know what causes them to do what it does, but it basically creates like a reverse mirage. Like it completely hides their kingdom from anybody on the outside. Everything they do is on the inside. They have everything that they need is right there with inside their mountain borders. Their seas are protected by the serpents of the sea, and you get to see what his life was like prior to being pulled into a portal into Heirs of Isildur. And while that sounds like a pretty, serene and calm story, that's where the Mad Max part comes in. Elsewhere on the continent, you've got the Dark Conquestors and the Soul Rippers that are just marauding across the continent and sadistically taking over the continent for their own sadistic pleasures, but also for their own survival. And you learn, it's even in the sample pages in there, why they have this need to be going across the continent and just ripping everybody to shreds. As you pulled it up right there, that is our connecting covers that we are trying to focus on. That's the Dark Conquestors are in the front, and then behind them are some Soul Rippers and some Muscle Beasts. And that's going to be available on both standard and metal covers. And some people have asked us why we didn't make that a wraparound cover. And that's because the Dark Conquestors are not going to play second fiddle to anyone else, even themselves. They have to be in the front. But more so, it's because this is going to be 80-page perfect bound, and a wraparound cover on perfect bound. You can never see the whole thing. So I'd rather just put both sides on the front and have it up there for everyone. We also have got Wicked Support merch. We got multiple shirts, socks. We've got leather work. We have a lot of leather work that has not debuted yet. Once we actually get to minimum funding, get to some stretch goals, we're going to debut some of the other leather work that's going to be in the campaign. We are super psyched about this thing, and we hope we can actually far exceed what our minimum ask is.
Nice. And you got a Carl Moline. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Carl. Carl's been a good friend of mine.
And the original art from Carl is in the campaign as well. One of the tiers, you can actually get his one-of-one signed one-of-one art.
Yes. But yeah, it looks like a great campaign. Looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited to see how it all plays out. So you say it's Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat. So is there actually a tournament?
There is not a tournament, but there is a lot of obvious martial arts that are involved. You're talking about it being in the fictional Far East, so there are, they have to be able to show their skills. You have to display their skills for the Emperor to try to ascend within the kingdom, and hopefully at some point you might be able to see them use some of their talents to be able to, defend their kingdom. We'll have to see what happens when we get into the book.
All right. So more Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, then.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That may be an older reference. That may date me a little bit, but
no. Yeah. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is amazing. I actually love that movie. I love the effects in that movie. That's one of the things that really drew me into that style of cinema. Is the way that movie was put together.
Right. So I have you at 3,341 with 57 backers. We're going to try to get you 2 backers, 59. We're going to try to go 3,371 is what we're going to try to do. So. which shouldn't be hard because I think your minimum pledge is like $30 for the
Well, it's with the shipping, it's 25, and then the digital is only 8. So $8 for an 80-page issue is like, yeah.
So let's get this shared out, get everyone going. Does anybody have any questions?
I think questions, but I love that you have the Conquestors is with the K, like Mortal Kombat did for everything. I just love to see that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I love having stuff where there's misspelled names or like Y's instead of I's because it just makes it a little more memorable.
Oh yeah, it takes me back to all those comic book ads for Mortal Kombat where they'd be like Mortal Monday and everything that could be spelled with a K was spelled with a K. It was just awesome throwback.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. The next one up is a triple threat. 3 comics in one campaign. I have never seen more graphic art change in any campaign in my entire life, and they've all been amazing. So whoever is doing the graphics, kudos to them.
Thank you.
Let's what's going on? We're down to like $1,000 here. So
yeah, we had to change the graphics because we didn't have any to start, and that was a huge misstep on our part. We just had the pages, and it didn't look professional. And I had a lot of people reaching out, being like, "Hey guys, you should probably do some graphics on here," and that really helped. So shout out to my buddies Evan Crothers and Flops who did a cover in here. It really helped us out with the banner because we're not graphically capable, Devin and I. But yeah, have 3 comics through Devin Arscott's Epic Fantasy line, 2 superhero books, and 1 fantasy comic. We thought we would do a 3-in-1 for fun, and actually we decided to do a backup feature for the comic I wrote, Granite, and did a 6-page backup feature in Devin's comic Noir. So there's a little bit of crossover there. The characters don't actually meet in the comics, but we thought it would be kind of fun, kind of harkens back to like an old Marvel 2-in-1 type situation. But for the books that I wrote, Granite is like your classic heavy superhero. But she lives a hard drinking, hard partying life, and then her powers start to break down, and some insanity ensues. I won't provide any spoilers, but we have some really cool covers, especially the one by Flops is really great and seems to be our best seller right now. It is not safe for work, and we do have it limited to I think 50, but it's a good one. People seem to enjoy it, so I definitely recommend that. And then Endless Hunt is the fantasy comic.
Hold on, before you continue,
Oh, sure.
David, as my representation here, do I own Granite, the name Granite, or does it have to come with the punk? Just to see if I need to kick him out.
I think it has to have state with it too.
Yeah, I think it has to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. All right, we'll let you.
Nice try. Nice try.
I know. As soon as Granite State Punk came out, Travis, I was like, God damn it! Of course, I'm running up against Travis again because Travis released his comic through Band of Bards right when I released mine, and Twins of Judas looked amazing, and so I, jokingly reached out to Travis and said, "Hey, man, fuck you! You really screwed my sales up. I would have done a lot better." All joking, but yeah. So.
All right, so now we know who actually has beef with Travis. Okay,
there's a lot of beef here. No. And then Endless Hunt is the fantasy comic I wrote, art by Rio Burton, who's just a fantastic artist. She did As of the Barbed, and basically the pitch is a warrior king goes in search of his lost love. Pretty typical story, but he soon realizes that he never really lost her at all. And I don't really want to go into what that means because every sequence kind of builds on itself and it kind of reveals itself at the end. So it seems like kind of a typical fantasy story, but there's some revelations towards the end that I think are kind of fun and interesting, but looks really good. I love Rio, fantastic artist. And we have 2 really good alternative covers by Liana Kangas and Luana Vecchio as well.
And you got some big names on there, man.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
that?
So you got some big names on there, man. You're not playing around.
Yeah, Rio does a great job.
Yeah, really tried to get some names. I think that we're just not good market. I think we have good content, but Devin and I really struggle on the marketing side because we don't have a huge following and we just didn't we thought the comics themselves could kind of stand on their own, and we didn't put a lot of work into the page, and that was stupid. We never should have done that. And we don't have any stretch goals. We don't have any like little buy-ups or anything. So we did a lot of things wrong. Where Sean did everything right on his campaign. It looks really good. And here I am like 3 in, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, why do I keep screwing this up? But we're
Sean
close.
does consulting on his campaign. It's just another $700, and he'll consult for you.
Thank you. But shout out to Joey, who hit me up and is doing a little bit of marketing for us just in the last 10 days. Did a blitz, and I think that's really helped put us up over the edge. So, or get us close to the edge. So all we need is less than $1,000. And
so, tell us about Noir before you leave, because we didn't get that one yet.
Yeah, that's Devin's comic that he wrote, and that's more of a street level superhero comic. Really cool. Think Batman, but a really fun, cool comic. And hopefully the goal, if we can get these funded eventually, is that we would kind of cross over with each other and do some team up type stuff just for fun. Maybe we'll get around to that. Maybe we won't, but we think we'll do backup features at least going forward in the future.
All right. So let's see where you're at. Let's go back up to the top. All right. We are at for 3 one-shots. We are at 5,079. And by the way, everybody's really helped on this campaign. I know Charlie's given you advice. I've given Devin some advice. Like,
yep.
Really stepped up. So,
a lot of people, man.
Shout out to the community for helping try to get it to where it needs to go in these next 4 days.
Yeah, would not be here without a lot of people really helping us and trying to make let us know what we could do to improve on it. So yeah, really appreciate it. Even Pat Shand looked it over for us. So
nice.
Yeah.
So let's try to get you to 138, and let's try to get to that 5,100. So we're only 900 in the hole.
Right on.
All right. Sorry, my pen's starting to work here. All right. Last but not least, the guy who I have the most beef with because he doesn't know how a hat works. Chris, how are you tonight?
I have never heard so much good things about Devin in my life until like just now.
CJ really likes Devin. Yeah, I don't. He's one of the few. I don't get it.
How does that work? Because I work with Devin, and it's just been a hassle.
I don't know. I like everybody. I'm probably a poor judge of character, so I'm probably like everybody's like, "Oh, do you know so and so?" And I'm like, "I fucking love that guy. He's great."
Yeah, that's the guy who Travis needs to be yelled at, not me.
So tell us about jazz. The music from New Orleans. It's such a hit. I'm excited to hear more about
it. They got saxophones and rice and beans. I don't know. I don't know nothing about no jazz from the goddamn, but I know about the jazz that I'll be putting down.
Okay.
So I'll make this short. So there is a cybernetic city that has a secret monster invasion governed by the government, and it's up to 5 individuals tasked to stop the invasion and to uncover the mysteries from the government. It's a manga style, really, really action orientated. It's got big monsters, but it's real clandestine with how it's themed on like uncovering mysteries, regoverning friendships, family trauma, things like that. So this is chapter 0. It's already been funded, so we're just trying to knock out some stretch goals. And to Travis, I have fixed the stretch goal. I just haven't put it in yet. Because Travis was all like, "You got to add a trinket because I hate it." And I was it's going to be a fucking hat later just for you.
Don't say what I really said. I said your stretch goals are garbage. That's what I said. Don't try to sugarcoat it, like make me sound better than I was. I said exactly how I felt. I felt they were garbage.
Yeah, and then so right after that, he goes, "Oh, and by the way, the hat don't work." So I was like, "Man, I don't know what's going on, man."
Fantasy's killing it.
So I'm curious. What were the stretch goals that you thought were trash, Travis? And what did you make him change you? I need to know now because that's
scroll down, Travis.
That's the question. So his stretch goals. Let's see. It was, first off, stretch goals should be at the front, but at the top.
You told me to move. You know what? I'm done listening to you.
I didn't tell you to move those. I have ignored you. You just keep asking me questions. Have you noticed that Devin responds? I don't respond anymore.
You know what, Travis? As my mentor, you suck.
That's probably a true statement. But yeah, this should be right at the top of your campaign.
You told me to move it.
I did not. This should be at the top of your campaign.
Let me go look for the fucking
so
DM.
Is the cover reveal of chapter 1. I always feel that people should get something, something more than just what's coming. I always feel that a sticker or something is better. Something physical is better. So, so you get the cover reveal for Drive number 1, and then you get announcements of the series, and then every copy comes signed. So the third one's really good.
This is my first time hearing you say that.
I try not to lift you up too much. You know that song "Build You Up, Buttercup"? That's when I think of that song, I think of you, Chris.
No, because I was born in '92. I don't know what that means.
Do I got to sing "Regulator" again to you?
No.
Please do.
But so Travis won't say this, but this is my 4th Kickstarter with this IP, and this is the only one that I was able to really knock out the park because of Travis, as Travis wants to say.
I don't want to say that because I think you've always had a good project as trying to figure it out. I tell you what, if we can get, when I go through the list, if we've got, how many people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we get 7 backs from the whole thing, I will sing some verses from Regulator, all right?
He will. I've heard it.
But we've got to get this to where it needs to go. But no, he's been working really hard in the community, trying to figure out what's right. He was given some bad advice early on. I mean, the first campaign was literally nothing, like, give me money. And he was shocked it didn't work.
I really was. I was so surprised.
And then he put some work in, and he was like, give me lots of money. And I was like, that's way too much money to ask for your first time. And they're like, but I want that kind of money. I was like, I get it, bro. Like, I get it. Me too. But let's simmer down. And now we found a good thing. I have read the book because it's completely done, which is, I think, really good. This version has some extra stuff, but I've read the book. It's very good. And it comes in a whopping amount of pages. How many pages again?
51.
51. So it's
that's a lot for an issue 0, man. How many? Because issue 0s are normally pretty small. How many are you thinking about putting in your issue 1?
Oh, issue 1's like 20.
Okay.
He's going backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very unorthodox.
I'm telling you, man, that's a big issue 1, a big issue 0.
Well, I mean, like issue 0 is one of those for me. I like to get put into a like ongoing scenario. I hate getting to a book and it's like the origin story. I'm cool on that. Let me just start off now where we're at, and then I'll just like jump on the train as it goes forward.
No, I feel you there. You gotta understand where the action is going to be at.
Yeah.
But I think, sir, 1,272 now with 47 backers, and we're going to try to get you to 1,290 with. Let's try to get you to 50. There's only 3 backers there. Let's try. Try to get you 3 backers. I like even numbers when it comes to these things. The other thing that he doesn't like to say about his campaign too, it's very inclusive. I'm not going to go into all the details of his inclusive. One of the good things I like about Chris is Chris doesn't make that a concern or like a highlight or a big push like other campaigns, but it is very inclusive. Would that be a fair statement?
Mm-hmm. Hey, tell the part about me being gay.
Oh yeah, he's gay too. He let me know that he was gay. Apparently, he told me like 6 times, and I ignored it because that is irrelevant to me. I'm straight, so that's not information that I need to know.
You're not my type anyway, brother.
That's rude. That's just cold.
Hey, when you took your shirt off, I thought about you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. I put on all this.
David, there's a mental image for you for later on, David Byrne.
But I'm sorry, I tuned out.
I'll let you tune out. There was a conversation that started happening about thinking about Travis shirtless, and so I wanted to make sure you had that in your brain.
He really did it.
No, I did it to help a campaign. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Yes, he really did it.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
It worked out for you.
So first off, I want to talk for a minute and give everyone a chance. In the link and comments, guys, there is all the links. Please check out the campaigns. Go ahead and back them. Give us some money. And I was going through them real quick. And David, what are you doing here? You're messing me up.
What are you talking about?
I need to talk to your people.
I didn't do anything.
I had you down at 125, so you lost a backer, but you've gained more money.
You wrote the wrong thing down. It was 124.
Oh. So you just gained more money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. We'll deal with that in a minute. All right. All right. So again, I'm going to share in all the links in the comments real quick so everybody can see the links. I know that's not the best thing. I'm going to share all that in, get everybody a chance to check them out. And please back these guys. We're trying to get comics in your hands. Some of these guys are in their last ditch efforts. CJ's in the last 4 days, 3 days. Ben's in the last 10 hours. Sean, how many days you got left?
9 days.
9 days. You know, we're running towards the end of some of these campaigns. 10 days for David. You know, Matt, Ben, Matt and Chris are still sitting pretty, and Rob, but even Rob, he decided to put 20 days on that. So he has a little bit of a rush. So please support these projects. Does anybody, now that we've seen all these projects, have any questions or anything? That's a great conversationalist. I love how you.
David, did anybody give you any hassle when you made your title Canceled 2, that now you're spelling it with 2 L's after the first issue spelling it with 1 L?
It's actually not spelled with 2 L's. If you look at the graphic, it's a Roman numeral 2.
I know it's a Roman numeral 2, but I'm saying nobody's giving you beef about it looking like it's now spelled with 2 L's?
Nope, not at all. Just you now.
I would hope after all the Rocky movies that people would know what the Roman numerals are.
That's where Roman numerals came from in Rob's mind. It's just Rocky.
Look. I grew up watching Rocky, so that's how I got my Roman numeral education.
way back in the late 70s, right?
I remember walking into a friend's house, and I had never seen RoboCop before, and being like, "What the fuck is this?" Very confused as a child. I know that's not Rocky, but I just have a vivid memory of that because we watched Rocky that same night. And I was just like, "What the hell is happening here?"
Does anyone else feel like the 80s happened like not that long ago, but like then you look at it, you're like, "Oh crap, that was like 40 years ago."
Right.
Yeah, but the 2000s feel like they never happened.
Yeah.
They're so forgettable.
You know what else feels like it never happened? The year 2020. Oh, wait, that's right, because it didn't happen.
No, that year took forever.
That year that dragged on for
84 years.
84 years later. So all these campaigns are coming into your boxes, so you can get them and all this wonderful goodness.
I do have a prop here. We actually printed a couple of promo copies of In the Sun just to see how it would turn out. God damn it. If I could get it.
Give me a second and I will make you big. Let's make you big so you can look it up.
So, yeah, it turned out really good. It looks really good printed. We just printed Rio's cover. But let's see here.
It's a little blurry. All right. Hold on.
We'll back
You're
up.
small again.
There we go. So, yeah, looks good.
Nice. I think it does look good.
Yeah.
Anybody who's in the audience, if you guys have any questions, now is the time to give us those questions.
Rio should do all of the things.
You should do all the things.
I like James Michael Hammond's question. Rocky, RoboCop, what's the difference?
There's a couple differences.
Oh, I'm not saying that wasn't my question. I was just the messenger.
I will say I was actually just talking to somebody the other day about, I guess, character-driven action movies, and I did bring up those two movies as being similar in the sense that at the resolution of those movies, at least the first Rocky and RoboCop, are basically restatements of their identity. They're like, hey, I am this person. I'm standing up for this. It's not necessarily just Luke blows up the Death Star. It's very much reasserting their self-image or something like that. And I guess they do kind of have some similarities in that sense. I know, just thought I had. And I guess they both kind of live within that iconic 80s, really strong action movie sort of milieu. So,
yeah.
RoboCop's a really dope movie just because of the circular nature of how it is, right? Like it starts and then it ends right back to where it begins. It's really cool, and I didn't realize that even when I watched it as a kid. Never realized that until I was an adult, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is a perfect circle!" And then I read a whole article about it, and it just blew my mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of the.
Yeah, no, maybe that's what made me think that. I must have read that article a while ago or something, because it's like basically they have. I mean, RoboCop's case, he's a normal person. He has to regain his identity. At the end, he's like, "My name's Murphy." Rocky kind of has this childlike image of himself. He's lost it by doing all this other stuff, and he kind of regains it when he fights. I guess it's kind of a, sort of a clawing themselves back up to where they want to be sort of thing, which is a really good structure for, I think, a character-driven story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can.
James Michael Hammond points out that only one of them shoots someone in the penis, which
Rocky,
I have to concede is absolutely true.
Rocky wasn't allowed to go below the belt.
Yeah, there's maybe we'll do another one. It's not out of bounds yet, but yeah.
I think they're sticking with these creeds. They seem to be doing pretty well. But I will say that one of the things I will say about RoboCop is just bringing it up to Frank Miller. He loves to talk about it. Bring it up as much as possible. He loves talking about RoboCop too. He loves it.
RoboCop 2 is good.
Is it sarcastic? Well. Like, will he hit me if I ever ask him that and I meet him?
He hates Hollywood because of it. It's a whole thing. Like, look up RoboCop 2, Frank Miller. You'll see some great articles.
I've seen the articles. Yeah, it's still pretty.
He's not a big
movie.
fan of talking about it.
I see.
But all right, so let's look at people's campaigns. And so here is the part of the program that I don't like. I'm going to yell at you if you didn't back it. Okay. And I don't want to yell at you. I just want, the numbers that I said, because if I don't get to cross them off this list, I'm a liar, and I don't want to be a fucking liar. So I'm going to yell at you for not backing, and that's going to just make the whole thing embarrassing. But what you could do instead is throw a couple of bucks here and there, help us out, and then I don't have to yell. And maybe we could talk about like development of comics or shit, because some of us have done it a few times. We may have a few things to say about it. Sean's like, I'm out, but everybody else can really say a lot of things. Pick one and I'll back it right now. I think they all got it. All right, so Kyle says he will back one. So let's give some pitches to Kyle. So who wants to pitch first to Kyle Willis?
Kyle, you want to back my comic. You know why? Because I bought stuff from you before. Because I'm your dog. Because I might not be Travis, but I do have a beard, and you like me too. And we're both from Florida, and I want to come up to your store. But I really like you, Kyle, so that's my pitch.
Most of it was using my name to get where it needs to go. I respect that.
Yes.
Who else? Who's got a pitch for Kyle?
Art.
Are you?
Kyle? Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I was going to say,
okay.
Our digital package on the 3-in-1 is super cheap. It's so cheap. That's why we're underfunded right now. It's 3 comics for $10 digitally. And if we had been smarter, we would have set the price higher. So like you can get 3 comics for really, really cheap if you just want the digital offering.
Okay.
All right. So I know my book is a higher price point. It's a hardcover collection, but it's 200 plus pages. It's the story, but it's also all the stuff that went in the creation of the story. In addition to that, if I can sweeten the pot, I'll throw a link in the comments here. I have 85 plus pages of this book free to read as a digital preview. I also have about a 45-page preview of the next August book that I put out just to illustrate how much I'm going to do with this character. What I think is going to be a really great ride to stay with this character through his entire lifetime, all his adventures. And I really wanted to put a lot of that out there. So there's a lot of free content you can check out. If you like it, if you're into Mad Max, Star Wars, He-Man, all that stuff, I think you really dig it. So check out the link tree that has the free previews. And if you like it, check out the campaign.
I'll go next.
Anybody else?
I got it. Yeah, so if you have kids in your life and you like reading and have bedtime stories, or you just want to get kids into reading, learning to read themselves, these are great books for them to get into. Great for grandparents, great for parents reading to the little ones, or the little ones learning to read themselves.
All right. I'm
Kyle,
sure David's
Kyle, you complete me.
I mean, Kyle, you know David. You're the first person he called him out. I'm just saying, you haven't backed canceled yet. Are you even canceled yet, Kyle?
Have you even been canceled?
Oh, Travis, DM me the links. I'm gonna back them all. Look at that, Kyle Willis. By the way, Kyle Willis has a campaign. Kyle, can you send us that link in this? Can you put a link right there? So we can get you some followers for your campaign so people can return the favor?
Wait, I didn't even have to.
Yeah, it looks like you don't even have to pitch. I mean, I would pitch, though, just in case, because, do it, brother.
Like right now? Oh, shit.
Shit.
My fault, cuz. Wait, who am I talking to?
You're talking to Kyle Willis. He is a shop owner in Florida, also a hell of a fucking artist.
All right. I like that one. I got a couple of sentences for you. Strong, beautiful women. Big monsters. Corrupt government. That's it.
Hey, man. A few words.
Yeah, it's all I got right now. I used all my words earlier.
I got to give them all to Kyle. Kyle, can you send me back your link real quick, either in the private or it's stuff for your book? We're going to bring your book up. He's being such a big supporter of the community here. This is why Kyle doesn't watch these shows, by the way. This is not the first time he's done this. So I'm surprised he still watches them when I'm on.
No, in all seriousness, if you guys don't know Kyle, Kyle's a good dude. He went from just being an artist that would do stuff art-wise at shows to actually opening up his own store in Jacksonville. So he definitely is a legit part of the industry in Florida.
Kyle, what's the name of your shop?
He said, "What the hell is Zoop?"
It's Cowabunga Comics.
Fair enough. Because I sent out, when we did the direct market release of August, I sent out posters and letters to like a ton of shops and never heard anything back. But I really wanted to do as much like retailer outreach as I could.
Kyle, why don't you stop talking?
I
He's trying to back
something to you. Actually. Kyle, I think you have one of my posters. I think I remember Cowabunga Comics.
Let's get this up. So, since Kyle's being so generous to us, we're going to be generous to him, guys. This right here is Pouches. This is a campaign. Pouches is a character that he created. So it's about this kid named Wyatt, and Wyatt and Pouches go on adventures together. And it's one of those books that you're questioning whether or not it's real or reality. They're funny, they're amusing. But he's got some great art teams. It's going to be fun. And this is his first his own comic that he's doing. He's done sketchbooks of this character for a long time. But let's get him some love. Do it, and he's killing it with the pre-launch.
I'm there.
Yep, so I just followed it.
Let's get everyone to follow it so he can get those pre-launch numbers up. Is that your cat, Dave? David, what's the matter with your cat?
Can you hear her now?
Yeah,
I've been hearing that for a while.
She's hungry. I don't feed them.
Wait a minute, Pouches. That's right, Pouches is coming. It's exciting.
I love that light bulb gun there.
I think the whole thing was inspired by Liefeld. I'll wait for him to tell the story, but his character did come before Rob's. It's a whole thing. But
Wait, is this that character that Liefeld did the cover of, where it's all pouches and?
Rob did it after this character existed. Yes.
Okay, I remember seeing that.
But that's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. We don't have time for that. When Kyle's live, we'll have him on. We'll talk about that whole thing. So, in fact, I may even do a comic level up with him. So, all right. So we need to go over people. I need to see if I need to start yelling. He's messaging me privately, people he's back. So we're going to start with those people first.
Yes, thank you, Kyle.
So
Thank
we're
you,
going
Kyle.
to start with canceled real quick. Let's see if I got to yell at fucking people. Rob, I don't want to yell at people. I'm a nice guy.
I know. It doesn't sound right when you yell.
So, David, see, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of David either, you know?
It's too late.
It's embarrassing. So we need one more for David because I thought he was at 125. And I said 127 on my paper. But we did hit the number. We're at 5,326. So I need one more back for canceled. David, can you tell how awesome canceled is? Because the last pitch was You Heart Kyle, which I'm not sure is going to sell to anyone but people named Kyle.
I do know a lot of Kyles. And there are a lot of Kyles in America and the world. So
that's true. That's true.
If they all backed, I'd be set.
Right.
No, I mean, the short of it is if you like horror, you like clowns, you like seeing blood and people kill things, this is perfect for you. If you like the first canceled, you'll hopefully like this one because it's more of an extension instead of just a one-shot introduction.
And how many issues is this series?
I think we're going to do 3 on this one.
Okay.
Slightly interconnected, but each one you should be able to read standalone.
Okay. Oh, so this character is not going to necessarily follow through?
No, I mean the through line is the digital clown.
Sure.
And there's going to be you can see in the first page there's an FBI agent. She's going to be a through line through the different issues.
Now, Canceled was such a great book. It came out through Black Caravan, which was a great imprint at Scout. They're the ones who signed Granite State Punk. And so the reason why I'm in Scout is because of them. Really, really cool. So this book came out. And what's cool about this campaign, too, is you can actually get for $25, you can get that Black Caravan original issue, too. So you can get both for $25, which is pretty good. And how many pages was the first book?
23 or 4, I think.
Okay.
And this one is 28. This is a bit longer for a single issue.
So, all right. Looks like we still have to wait, so I'm going to have to yell for a minute. So please chill out.
Uh-oh.
Come on. All done. Really ruins the dramatics when it doesn't do its thing. All right. Listen. I've invested a lot of fucking time in David. All right. We've been friends since the beginning of this whole fucking thing since I've done comics. And I can't have him not like me because you didn't fucking back this book. Seriously, dude. Like, I befriended him. He immediately got into Scout. So then I had to be really his friend. Before it was just like, yeah, I like the guy and we can hang out. But like then I really had to. And I'm holding on and he keeps getting good position. He's friends with Just Matt. You fucking know he texts Ben Templesmith. I've been on the phone with him and they've been on the fucking phone. I don't have those contacts. If I lose those contacts, I lose everything. You fucking assholes. So please, for the love of God, give just back one more fucking back. One of you guys out there can give him $1 so I don't lose everything I have in the comics industry because you guys are too cheap to give the motherfucker $1.
No more backers, so he has to keep rambling, please.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.
I'll say, Travis, I was watching this on Facebook so I could comment back to Kyle, and it put subtitles in there that are like broken English, and it was amazing. Good stuff. I wish I had screen captured it because it was just off the charts. Crazy stuff.
Hey, Ben, you should be very happy. This is...
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I had to sign up for Zoop, too. I didn't have an account either.
Oh, thank you, guys.
So we'll get that. We'll check back to see if my plea for Kyle helped anything. Not Kyle, David. I'm going to share that link one more time. But you guys, it's not hard. It's not hard. Just throw them some money. It's just money. And you'll make more. Right? I mean, if you're not making more, then you should probably think your life through a little bit, but that's a whole separate thing that we got to deal with. All right. Next up, since everybody's been back, we will go in order this time. We're going to go to CJ. We're going to see how his fantasy epic is doing and see if I have to yell at people for CJ too. It's going to get old real fast, guys.
I think we're good. You don't have to yell. You got me there.
I don't have to yell?
No, you got me there.
All right, let's see where we're at. All right, we're at 5109. Sorry, the internet's being crazy here, so I can't see. Is it up? Okay.
We're up. Yeah.
All right, 5109. I promised you 5,138 backers. We've got our goal here. So, I mean, don't stop, guys. Don't stop. Give him money, but we're going to check that right off the list. Thank you, Kyle, and thank you whoever else supported that campaign. We appreciate you. The indie community appreciates you. I think you guys are going to hit your goal. I think it's going to be a tough run. I think you guys are going to have to push, but I think you guys are going to make it.
Thank you.
If anybody is going to, if anybody can see this campaign, please share it out. If you are a fellow creator and you have room to do an update share, please do that with this campaign to help it get to where it needs to go. So, and damn, it just got another one. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. That's it, loading. Never mind. I was excited for you.
Did it? Oh.
It didn't go down, right?
No, it didn't go down. Oh, that'd be terrible.
I've had that happen once where they're like, guys.
They're like, you know what? I decided that I don't like this comic after all. So it's like...
Imagine all my backers were just like me, and I remove them after. I make it look really good for my shows, and then I remove them all. Not that ever happened. So imagine. All right. So Kyle wanted me to show you guys this. Let me show you this. And because Ben is not on Kickstarter, but he loves and supports Kickstarter. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let me show. I want to screenshot Kyle here. Just show his love. That's a guy who cares about the community. Thank you. Thank you. Let's get that off. All right. So let's see who else we got to go to. Next is Ben. Ben, we got to go back to Zoop and see what's going on at Zoop.
Ooh, looks like
a ton of backers, actually.
Looks like old 3-1 shot just got another one too.
We started.
What? All right. So Ben, we were at 78. We are now at 81. We're at 4401. We're doing great. We still have 9 hours left. We only need to reach $600 now.
And actually, if you refresh, I think we're even a little closer.
Well, let's see. What? Look at that. Damn, we are doing it today. Killing it. Let's get that shit off our list.
Getting right within striking distance. And guys, I really appreciate it.
Let's get that in. And again, we don't have to yell about Ben. Ben, I'm going to hire very, very soon for something. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be something.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
He says he will draw for me. So we're going to make that happen because anyone of that talent who says they'll fucking draw something for me, they're going to draw something for me. So yeah. I'm excited. So I don't have to lose my friendship with Ben. I appreciate that. Kyle, I got the hardcore on this one.
Thank you, Kyle.
Oh, hardcover, hardcore.
What are you thinking about, Travis?
That's my punk rock, man.
PG-13.
Sure.
Yeah.
You island, brother.
It's not R-rated. It's PG-13.
Yeah, you can't take my punk rock away from me. Oh, look. There is another one over at this, over here. 3-1 shows. Look at that. Look at it. Look at these backers.
Yeah. Man. Coming in, man. It's great.
Tell Devin he owes me so much.
Oh, dude, we owe you and the whole community a lot. Everybody's rallying behind this one. We really appreciate it. We were seriously just texting the other day, super depressed, talking about a relaunch, and I was like, I just can't take another L, man. I suck at Kickstarters. I cannot do this again. I was like, it makes no sense to me that I can have like moderate direct market success, but I can't get anything fucking funded on Kickstarter. So this might come through. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it's a little hard. You know, I think Devin's. I don't think anything negative about Devin, but I think Devin.
It's a VHS tape.
Devin's situation, him working the evenings makes it really hard because he can't do any shows.
Yeah,
we're out there promoting. You know.
Yeah, and we were both really passionate, and we jumped the gun on it, like I said, and it was stupid. We should have planned better. And I did a whole tweet that got a lot of retweets and a lot of people commenting about marketing and how just having a good book is one piece of the equation. You have to have a good looking campaign, and you have to have all the goals figured out. You need to do all the marketing, go on shows, and have a network. Some people already have a lot of fan base, you know, like you, Travis, but you still work for it, right? But
I work for every single one, my friend. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, you have a good built-in fan base, much bigger than we do, and we just thought we could rely on the strength of how the books looked, and that was really stupid. And we will never do that again.
No issues. All right, next up, I got Rob. Rob's is the one I'm scared about the most because
you and me both.
It's a kid's book, and he's asking a big goal. But here's the thing. Actually, let me say this for the record. In all seriousness, I know I like to have fun. I don't believe that goal is not what Rob needs. Rob does not mess around with that. He's been trained through people and stuff. So if he says he needs 10K, he needs 10K to get this done to make sure it's big property. So all right. How'd we do? We did it, my friend.
All right. Very nice. Thank you.
You were at 137, 78, 53 backers. I promised you 1,390 and 55 backers. You got 55 backers, but you fucking killed what I promised you. You're at 1,430. Right.
Yeah, I told you it's a good series, a good book. It's gonna be big.
I believe it. I believe it'll make it. I believe it in all my heart. So we get to mark that off the list. So that's another one. And the positive of marking that off the list, my chances of Rob taking me back for volume 2 for Nightwolf to do another back is now closer to happening. Thanks to you guys. I don't have to beg and look sad and Rob go, what have you done for me? Because that's the type of person Rob is. Rob's going to be like, what have you done for me lately?
Man.
He's just, I mean, Rob's tough. He's just a tough business entrepreneur, you know? You don't work with Maud Parks and not like learn some toughness. You know, Game of Thrones is how he learned how to run his business.
Yeah, even might have to red wedding myself if this doesn't fund.
I already know Rob's in trouble for being on this show because he didn't know about it till today, and his wife hates that. And I do.
Oh, I know already. Yeah, she popped her head in already once, looked at me like, "Are you done yet?"
I just got the same thing.
Well, we got to go through. We got a couple more people here. I think let's check on Sean. Sean's a newbie, brand new Kickstarter, brand new to everything. But again, super proud of it. Super proud of what he's doing. I think he's going to be along for a real long time. So we started out with you. You were at 1,753 backers at $1,753 with 52 backers. I promised you 1,800. You were $3 away from that, but I only promised you 54. So we were almost there.
Yep. Appreciate it. Yeah. So a little bit more about it, I guess. It's a dystopian sci-fi. You've got rebels. You've got plenty of action. There's plenty of world building in this first issue, just to get everyone acquainted with what's going on, and then it's going to be plenty more action in the future.
I believe in Sean. Sean's back 31 campaigns, so he's a backer, which is great. That's one of the things I like to see on new creators. A lot of new creators have never backed anything, and they're like, "Why does nobody support me? Because you've never helped anybody else."
Yeah.
The real reason why I do stuff like this is to help people. I do it to help people and get to people where they need to go. I do like whatever this thing is, this Wish right here. I need to figure out how to get rid of that. So I'm glad that Wish is giving me discounts on Kickstarter. That's nice. That's unrelated to everything. But so we need $3 more to get this going, to get it where it needs to go, because I promised this guy a number, and you're going to embarrass me in front of my new friend. Sean I just became friends. He did a great Kickstarter. He listened to me, thinks I gave him some advice. He made some changes on his campaign, really took my advice to heart. And now he's going to think, like, what the fuck does this guy know? Because he can't fucking get me the $3 that he promised me. And it's really shitty that the people who follow me on Facebook would do me like that for $3. Like, why would you let me down for $3? I mean, this guy has an amazing action figure collection. You know how much that shit costs him? If we don't get this funded, he's not going to be able to get all the parts of Juggernaut or whatever big character comes in the 17 packs that you need to buy. I haven't bought them in a long time. I'm sure Juggernaut's been done a long time ago. It's probably fucking Ultron 12 or whatever now. I don't know. But so please give him his extra $3. Bitch needs his $3.50, as they would say on South Park. All right. So, all right, we'll come back to that in a minute. Sean, I'm sorry I let you down. I didn't mean to. I didn't know it was going to go down like this. We're good.
Oh, awesome.
Right. Thank you. Backer 56.
You got to get about a $3.50.
Not making me look like an asshole in front of Sean, because I really, it's embarrassing.
Trust Travis now.
God, I don't want to lose my reputation, All right, next up, I Am Keto, which has nothing to do with the keto diet. However, if it will get Matt backers, he will make a keto cookbook with this.
That's, know what? We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. No problem. Probably digital in these starts, but you guys are going to have to wait for 1 second because my computer decided to go black screen. All right, it's back.
At least it wasn't the blue screen of death.
Correct. My computer does like to restart randomly, though. Not like while I'm doing stuff, but in the mornings, it's kind of like, before we start work, why don't we close all those tabs for you, Travis? Just to help out.
Is it a PC? Because Windows likes to just randomly update and restart on its own.
So, Matt, we had you at 3,341 and 57 backers. I promised you 3,371 backers. 3,000.
I'm holding you to that backer number. Come on now. No. Come on. Where's Travis's friends at? Come on. We only need 3,710 more backers.
So we've got him to 61 backers, and we've got to 3,424. So he has killed his goal. Another one bites the dust. Bump, bump, bump. Another one bites the dust. Again,
one thing I will say to you guys, if you're a fan of metal music, if you're a fan of stories that expand out past the pages of the book, then this is what you want to get your hands on. Even if you're not a fan of metal, you want to click on the lyric video and just hit mute, because the lyrics of the lyric video help give you a lot more insight and a lot more backstory on what's happening with Keto himself. Keto is actually a twin. His brother Kenji is 3 minutes older than him, and in the Yamaran Empire, that is a big deal, because only the eldest, the firstborn in the household, gets to audition for the emperor. So that definitely plays into the story, because only his brother is able to do that. So he's lived his entire life as a support, as a helper, as a mentor. And let's just say things don't exactly go as everyone has planned, and the story kind of tells that tale.
All right, and the last one to check is All That Jazz. All That Jazz.
I have a theater kid, so no more of that song, please.
All right. So you moved one. We got you one here. But I still owe you one.
Actually, hold on. I think I may have just lost one. Yeah, I lost one. It was at 49 a minute ago.
You're 49. No, you're good. I refreshed.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, you got me tripping.
I got you triple. So we need one more to get him to 50 backers because that's what I promised him. So I'm going to do a big rant on that. But I do not want to be the cause of Rob getting a divorce. So, Rob, can you say goodnight? Because I don't want you to have a divorce because of me. I can't have that on my conscience.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, my wife, she's very patient until about 11:30, and then it's like done.
Well, tell her it's 11:28, so we're good. We still get 2 minutes.
If I know what's good for me, I'll dip as I can. But yes, thank you for having me on, Travis. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys, helping out, and all great projects you guys got going on. And good luck, and see you out there in the web space.
Okay. Bye, Rob.
Good seeing you, Rob.
It was nice to meet you, Rob.
All right. So I don't really even care enough about this guy who doesn't fucking put a hat on characters. So,
well,
what? I'm just saying. I just
come back to our group chat. I'm telling Devin on you.
Go ahead. All right. Look, I don't like manga either. I get it. Like, probably not the best pitch, but I backed it. I liked it. I'm going to get the next one. I even spent more money to get a second manga. So I'm going to have 2 mangas in my thing. And I normally only do that for Tyler Carpenter. So, this is a rare thing here. Chris is working really hard, in all serious, to get this book out there, to get this to you. It's a fun story, very superhero-ish. He's got lots of plans, lots of expanded universes that he plans on doing. Whatever we can do to help this get to where it's done. He's got some cool announcements that I don't know if I'm allowed to announce, so I'm not going to do that. But he's got some really cool announcements on what's coming. I think these are some of the greatest covers, regardless of what anybody says. These are great covers on this campaign. So let's get this. You got the fun cover. You got the Rose cover, hanging out. You got the very serious, cool-looking robot Cyrac-looking motherfucker here, which is great. And then you've got this guy. This is a guy from Cap or Die, correct?
Yeah.
You got him, whoever he is. I don't know him, but he's got a cool manga style with showing some of the superpowers going off here. So it's really cool. We've got some collector's kits. How's those collector's kits selling? We sell some of them yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we sold 4 of them. Look at that. Oh, to a backer club guy too. Fancy dancy. Look at you.
I don't know what that means.
I know. And then we got an add-on of It's this book he read for his kids. Come on. It's he's daddy and these are his kids. Come on. So we need to get him one more backer to get him to 50 because he really wanted to get to that 5-0 today. And we're going to make that happen. So I'm going to come back to it in a minute. So I'm going to share it, the link, to help you guys get to where you need to go. Help you guys make good decisions. I'm going to post The Fog. That one was a little under. Make sure you guys get The Fog. Or The Fog Within is the full title.
Yeah.
There was a really cool comic. This is unrelated to what you do, just for the record. But there was a book. If you can ever find it, it's really old. It's an independent book called The Forgotten. And it was before Sentry came out. And it was about this cop who's trying to solve cases, but everyone forgets him when he walks away. So it's really hard because he's got to kind of explain and gain trust every time he meets someone. It's kind of cool. Also really helps out when he gets into major fights because he can walk away and nobody remembers he was there. So there's good and bad to it. And every time he does it, he uses his power. There's like a fog. So we got that out there. We've got the jazz, all that jazz. You want to say anything about it? Chris?
Talking to me? What's up?
Yeah, do you want to say anything about your thing?
Go back to the Kickstarter page and hit refresh.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to ask if you wanted to talk about it still. I see that shit. Did you back it yourself?
I back it myself. Yeah, I went on my Conway Studios account and did it. No, we're really close to the first stretch goal.
Nice. Yeah, you get $200, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, if I can get that stretch goal hit over the weekend, then I might pull a Travis and add something nice onto that first goal.
That's what we're talking about here. That's something nice. We deserve nice things, but I get to mark this off my list. I'm sick of getting you money, Chris. It's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Wait till the very next campaign. I'm putting hats on every last member of Jazz. I hope you know that. it'll be a Travis Gibb cover.
Yeah, they'll all be newsies.
Yep.
All right. And Canceled needed some money, so we gotta get some Canceled out there. Or needed a backer, I think. Backer monthly. I mean, it'll take both. There's no problem. David has no problem taking both. But we're gonna look at Canceled, see if we've conquered our goals over there. Or is David and I's friendship canceled? We won't know until we look.
Ching.
Matt's really excited. He's unbacking. He's like, what? I didn't realize I had that much power. Things have happened since I left. What's going on here? You got 2 backers. David.
Yeah, it happens.
So we promised you 5,300 and 127. We got you to 128. David, can we still be friends?
You got one more day.
One more day. All right. Now we got to go back to the fog within and see if Sean and I's friendship is still on the balance. Or did we fix that?
Yeah, I think we're good.
We're gonna check. We're gonna check. I don't know if we fixed it. I think we fixed it. I think we did. Because it's chalked off of my paper, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, we're good. All right.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Appreciate it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully given all these creators some money. All of these guys have been giving some money. You guys have helped each and every one of them get a little closer to their goal. And that's what we're all about, helping each other out, helping the community. And the greatest reward for everybody here is you guys are going to get some fucking comics. You're going to get some dope-ass comics. Now, before we leave, I got 2 other things to show you, some pre-launch pages to show you from David and I. Does anybody have to leave? Or do you have the wife that are waiting?
I actually kind of do. I didn't know when I leave.
You can leave.
Well, it feels bad because it's like, oh man, thanks for hitting that goal. Time to go to sleep now.
No, it should feel bad, Chris, but that's again fine. Just do your thing, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming out and showing your book. And by the way, so we're at 44 with the Wyatt pouches. I just refreshed, and we are at 52. So we are killing it over there, guys.
Boom.
David, can you give me your pre-launch link? So, Chris, you want to say goodbye? No. Nope.
On.
Sean says, "Hey guys, hey Sean, he's also killing it."
Yeah, he just launched Fractured Shards, and that thing was in the last day or 2. That thing's actually doing pretty well down there on the other side of the planet in Australia.
Yeah. And I'm going to show one other book too. One other book as well. So this guy was supposed to be here, but he had some personal issues going on. He is also a first-time creator, much like Sean. Unlike Sean, he doesn't need my advice. He's just like, I'm just going to wing it.
No, he's had me.
But he has hit his goal today. So congratulations to Sean with Greylander. You are the editor of this book, right, David?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it as we scroll through?
It's basically a story about the Holy Grail being real, but it's intergalactic, and Galahad is now a space knight on a quest to find it.
Okay, we got a Francesca cover.
Yep, got Francesca.
So for any steak fan, very good. $80 retail tier. That's not bad. get 8 books for $80, so about $10 a book, which is good with those variant covers. Nice. Look at all that. Some very, very cool stuff. But yeah, there's some good stuff there. Oh, and he's right on the cusp of his first stretch goal. Look at that. That's a cool looking pen. I like that. And David, some people do believe that the Grail is real. It's just lost.
Yeah, in space.
And this is a 5-page preview for another book he's got.
I think it's his artist book that he's going to put in the.
Okay.
Either digital, or I'm not sure if it's going to be in the print or not.
Nice. So we're going to share this out. Let you guys see it. Trevor's a good guy. Please let him know that we shared out his book and see if we can get him some backers in this last little bit. Right. And for guys who don't know, hint, 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 reason to back his book is he is a retailer. So if you're trying to get into retailers, this is a good way to make a friend with a retailer.
And we're going to have a mashup print if you back both soon. It's just being finished.
Nice. All right. Next up, we have, you guys may have saw our sponsor, Rising Sun Hospice. So we have 2 hospice books coming out. So I am launching on September 5th. David's launching on September 19th. They are very cool books. So the main concept is this. We have 6 Kickstarters. So imagine these 6 people right here. All of them are launching a book in the hospice universe. It's a shared universe about demons. So if you're a horrible person, you may have a demon spawning inside of you. You go to this hospice, this demon is taken out of you. You've given birth to a demon, kind of like a birthing place. Each of these characters, we've got some of the best people in indie comics. We've got myself, we've got David Byrne, we've got Russell Maltese, we've got Mike Watson, we've got Jamie Premack, and we've got Frank Martin. So a lot of great creators who've done a lot of great stuff. It is a very cool concept that hopefully next year, one of our goals is to give it to other creators, give it to other up-and-coming creators. Hey, I want to do something in this universe, and we're going to allow you to do that and create cool things and have this cool shared universe continuing to go and make it all fun. I mean, that's the plan anyways, right? So let's show the pre-launch pages. So I've got a pre-launch page, and all I need you guys to do is just click on it, guys. I wanted to get to 80. Look, I just swung by. I was going through, closing windows, and we just got to 140 over there on our 3 one-shots.
Yep, doing good.
It's spinning. It's spinning.
Less than $900.
Spinning. That's what I like to see. All right, so here is the hospice link for me.
And while you're pulling that hospice link, David, I got a question for you on this. The one campaign that Travis just showed, the Grail Hunter one. Mm-hmm. Is that the accurate expected release date? December of 2024 on that book, or do you expect that that's going to be coming out way earlier than that?
I think that's probably a mistake.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Maybe he's giving himself plenty of cushion.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're already editing the book, I would think that it's probably done at this point. So I just wanted to just clarify that one.
I know the art's not done. The script is pretty much done.
Yeah, I would assume that's December. But yeah, so this is the first one. This is mine. I've got David Swartz working on it. It's going to be very, very cool. Very cool book. All you need to do is click that notify button if you haven't. Really helpful to me. I'm even going to put it in the private chat for you guys. So if you haven't done it, I'd love to get to 80 tonight. Trying to get those pre-launch numbers up. David, do you want to say something specific about yours as I bring up yours? Oh, I should probably tell about mine. Hold on. Give me a second. I didn't tell anything about it. So mine is
wondering if you were going to talk about yours.
Right. I should. So mine is about immigrants. They go over the border from Texas. They are being chased down by some good old boys. They take I'm struggling with a word right now. They take refuge. That's the word I'm looking for. They take refuge in a hospice, and they find out that the monsters inside the hospice may be worse than the monsters chasing them. Still working on that pitch, but I think it's almost there. But Matt, you're a good pitcher. What do you think? Is it almost there?
Give me the pitch again. I was looking at the campaign you just showed. I was kind of stuck. I was stuck looking at the other campaign. So
here's your chance to improve it, Travis.
All right, here's my chance to improve it. The pitch.
All right, I'm ready. I'm focused 100% on you right now.
Pitch man, so I got to say it. Hospice is about 2 immigrants that cross the border into Texas. They're being chased by some good old boys who don't want these immigrants in their country. They run into a hospice to try to gain refuge. In that hospice, they find out the monsters within may be scarier than the monsters chasing them.
I think that's actually on the right track there, Matt. It's on the right track. It's delivered with some power, delivered with some passion.
Okay.
And it definitely's got some intrigue there.
All right. I like that. All right, David, you're up.
All right. So in the hospice universe, mine is about an exotic dancer who always finds herself in trouble and has to keep moving from town to town until she is lured by our hospice workers and things go awry.
Nice. And his is not safe for work. If that is something that intrigues you, that's a thing to know. And this cover is hot. So, but we have good things about this. This is a wild idea, running 6 Kickstarters around the same time. We will see if it works. I'm hoping it'll work gangbusters. And if it doesn't, I'm going to blame Russell Nolte's.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
Right. He's the one who can take it. So I'm going to blame Russell Nolte. But that is our show for tonight. Thank you guys for coming to support. Thank you, Kyle Willis, specifically for backing everybody. Again, we appreciate it. We are so close with Ben's. I want to bring Ben's up one more time before we leave. Because Ben only has.
Yeah, we're getting really, really close to the goal line there.
Yeah, it's really close, and he's only got a little bit left to go. So he's needs $500. Go ahead and give us one more pitch.
All right, so this is a combination of everything you love about 80s Saturday morning cartoons like G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man, combined with Star Wars, and then all of that taken and really kind of remixed through a modern eye. So it's a very modern comic, but the iconography, the nostalgia, everything you love about the 80s stuff is all in this. It's in addition to the story itself, there's a ton of extra artwork, ton of extra unpublished stories that go along with it. It's a really comprehensive look at the creation of the series and the series itself. So if you're into that stuff, if you're a Transformers fan, a Star Wars fan, you're going to love this book. I really hope you'll check it out.
Yeah, I think, Ben, I really think, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Void Rivals universe, the new Enetron universe over at. Yeah. I think that your book is going to be a hit because you've been building this whole thing and it's a very similar vibe. So you're going to be able to hopefully get sales over, right? Because there was nothing in the market like what you were selling, and now there is, and it's a big fucking,
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
Those 3 issues of Void Rivals felt very similar to your book. Scarlet Twilight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. But yeah, let's get it out. If you guys can, even if you backed it, guys, if you can share this out because it's only got a few more hours left, we would really appreciate it.
Any retweet, any sharing really helps me out. Totally appreciate it. It's like the whole point is just to get this book out there. Of all my stuff, this is the one that means the most to me. So anything you can do, totally appreciate it.
And Ben is the new host of Explain Yourself, taking over for Kevin Williams.
I am. Yeah.
I know why it really happened. Kevin shared a story of why it happened, but really it's because of the hospice idea. If you go back and watch a hospice video, he explains how ridiculous he felt like the idea was. And I think I broke him. I think I broke Kevin and Will. And Kevin has said he will never back a Cthulhu project, and I have had him back 5. So, he's just done.
Wow. I was not aware of all the backstory there. A lot of lore, a lot of
a lot of
pro
lore.
wrestling, basically. Love it.
It's basically So we are going to take off. Thank you. I'm sure you guys are all going to go to bed. We'll be done before midnight. But I just want to say one story before we go. There's a gentleman who messaged me this week, and he said, "Hey, do you do interviews?" And I said, "Yes, I have a show called Comic Level Up, but I have a very strict criteria on being on that show. To be on that show, you have to have a completed series, and you have to have been published by someone else. It's not that I don't love self-published. I feel it's very important for someone beside yourself saying it's good. Yes, you may be good at selling things and people may buy it, but I want a publisher going, I'm going to put my name on this." So I tell this guy the whole story, but I invite him to this show. And he said, "I don't care about your show." Even though I explained to him the whole show is to get him backers and money. He said, "I don't care about your show. If you don't think I'm worth interviewing, you're not worth being around." So I kind of wanted to mock that guy because we did really fucking good tonight and we helped a lot of fucking people out. And it's so ridiculous. So if you're hearing this, don't just be, if someone, just because you want one thing and someone offers you another thing, if they're offering something, they're not belittling you. They're just trying to help you out. Because I was trying to help that guy out. I was trying to get him money. And now I will never put him on any show because of the way he treated me. So, and actually, I made you the guy. That was his rep. That wasn't even him. That was his rep because he hired a rep to rep it. So that's my story. Any thoughts on that story before we leave? Because I want to leave it to you.
What would you do if the guy came and apologized? You've made this statement. You'll never put him on anything. What if he said, "Hey, man, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been that way"?
I would just blast him on the internet because he's weak. Well, I apologize, Matt.
Apologies are not punk rock, is what you're saying.
Right. Apologies are not punk rock. He's weak. I like that he's willing to make an enemy with me. That game. He would then lose my respect, Matt. He currently has my respect. He's not a welcome to myself, but he has my respect. No, I would, of course. I'm a very forgiving person. Literally, besides the person who tried to cancel me, I would probably forgive everyone. And I only won't forgive that guy because he literally planned to cancel me. If you actually canceled me because you're mad at me one day, like that's one thing. But when you haven't talked to me in several months and then like today's the day because your friend is going down, I'm going to try to cancel you. Yeah, there's something evil about you, and I don't want that in my life. So that's the only one that I wouldn't forgive. Yeah, I didn't forgive Marcel. Marcel, peace be with you. You're welcome on the show, assuming that you send out the 20 people you owe books to, or 20 campaigns you owe books to. David's shaking his head. So that is it. Good night. Tell people where to find you. Start with you, David. You are on mute.
You can find the campaign at canceledcomic.com or me at dab282 everywhere.
All right. CJ?
I am on Twitter at Siege the Hudson and on Instagram as well. And you'll just find me retweeting this campaign quite a bit. I think I've retweeted it like 5 times since we've been talking. So it's people have been tweeting it, so I've been retweeting it. But yeah, it's definitely on Twitter and Blue Sky making its rounds. So appreciate all the support, guys.
Nice. Matt Knowles.
So right now, the best place to go is to tinyurl.com/IamKido. That is IAMQIDO. That's where you're going to get to the Kickstarter campaign. You can get to the new lyric video. But if you're like, man, I just want to see everything else, go to linktree.com/InSymmetry Creations, and then you can get to all of our other links from there.
I think you're going to fund this weekend.
I hope so. We have a lot of stretch goals we want to get to, a lot of fun stuff we want to unveil, but we got to get there first.
Yep. Ben.
All right. So best place to find me is I just threw it in the comments is Linktree at August Comic. And that gets you to free previews of the book I have live now, the next book, and all my other stuff. If you want to go directly to my campaign, it's at zoop.gg for the next 8.5 hours. And if you're a fan of 80s stuff, of Star Wars, I hope you'll check it out. I think you'll like it.
Nice. Sean Wood.
Yep. So Sean Wood with The Fog Within. And every place I can possibly think of, I'm on there. Sean Wood _writer, Reddit, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of the above.
All right. How close are you, by the way? So you still need a little bit, but we've got you. You got 9 days. You're going to get there.
Oh, yeah.
We got you. All right, cool. Well, thank everyone for coming. You can find me at travisgibb.substack.com. That would be great. I will be back on September 5th doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'll have a lot of creator hangouts because, as you know, when I am live, I am doing these programs. They may be a little weird. I may do ones that are just hospice. I may do some other stuff because I have a lot of cons, so they're going to be coming and going, but I'm going to try to do more of these to get you guys to know what is hot on Kickstarter. Thank you guys all for your support. We all love you. I'm going to play that outro.
Do you have a friend, relative, or stalker who's close to the end? Is a toxic family member you hate about to kick the bucket? Then consider allowing them to spend the rest of their days under the care of Rising Suns Hospice, a premier end-of-care life facility with franchises all over the world. And Rising Suns isn't just any ordinary hospice. We specialize in a certain type of clientele, those that society have deemed too problematic, either because of a troubled past, anger issues, or felony assaults on their record. At Rising Suns, we give even the most hardened murderers the best of care. After all, everyone should have the chance to pass from this world while nurturing their inner demons in peace. But don't just take it from us. Here's what people are saying about Rising Suns in your neighborhood.
When Daddy was in federal prison for killing that cop, I never got to see him. But since he moved to Rising Suns, I get to visit all the time.
Just because my husband is a violent maniac doesn't mean he shouldn't die in comfort. Thanks, Rising Suns.
So what are you waiting for? Call or schedule your free tour today. Because at Rising Suns Hospice, you'll be dying to get in.
Rising Suns Hospice, where the sun never sets on the darkness inside of you.
Rising Suns Hospice is not liable for any demons or demonic entities that might emerge from your body as a result of your stay. All residents should sleep with one eye open. Do not smile, laugh, or have any thoughts of happiness or joy while staying at Rising Suns. Premature termination of life is pretty